These are the poker records that shattered expectations and may never be broken. The World Series of Poker is the pinnacle of the poker calendar, and the main event has always been the ultimate dream for players worldwide. In 2024, this iconic tournament set a new attendance record with 10,112 players registering for the main event, surpassing the previous year's record of 10,043 entrants. Think about that. Over 10,000 players are from seasoned pros to complete amateurs, all chasing the same dream of poker immortality. With a $10,000 buy-in, the event generated a staggering $94.5 million prize pool, cementing it as the biggest WSOP main event in history. The winner, Jonathan Tamayo, walked away with an astonishing $12.1 million, along with the coveted WSOP bracelet and a place in poker's history books. This record-breaking field wasn't just about the numbers, it was a celebration of poker's enduring appeal, proving that the game continues to thrive across generations and borders. While the record may one day be broken, it's hard to imagine a tournament with this level of excitement and global participation. Poker is a game of skill, strategy, and nerves of steel, and in 2009, Joe Carter showed the world exactly what those qualities can achieve. At just 21 years, 11 months, and 21 days old, Carter became the youngest player to win the WSOP main event, a record that still stands today. Battling through a field of 6,494 players, Carter's journey was a masterclass in resilience. At one point during the final table, he was left with just a few big blinds, but his determination and calculated aggression brought him back from the brink. Facing off against Darvin Moon, an amateur who had defied the odds to reach the final heads-up battle, Carter held his nerve to secure the victory and a life-changing $8.5 million payday.
Darvin Moon needs a queen or a jack, or Joe Carter will be the main event champ.
And that 7 will end it! Joe Carter rewrites poker history, becoming the youngest main event champ ever.
Carter's win wasn't just a record-breaking moment, it symbolized the arrival of a new generation of poker players who had honed their skills online before dominating the live stage. His triumph continues to inspire young players to chase their poker dreams. Let's switch gears to a record that's as unconventional as it is unforgettable, the largest strip poker tournament in history. Held in 2006 in London, this cheeky event brought together 196 players, all willing to put more than just their chips on the line. Organized by an online poker site, the tournament attracted a mix of brave amateurs and bold thrill seekers. The rules were simple: lose a hand, lose an article of clothing. While it lacked the glitz and prestige of a WSOP bracelet event, it more than made up for it with humor and audacity. The tournament was all in good fun, creating a light-hearted atmosphere that stood in stark contrast to the high-pressure world of professional poker. And while this record may never be broken, it's not exactly the type of event casinos are eager to replicate. It remains a unique chapter in poker history. Poker's highs are thrilling, but the lows can be devastating. No one knows this better than Gus Hansen, who holds the record for the biggest recorded downswing in poker history. Over his online career, Hansen lost an eye-watering $20.7 million on full tilt poker. Known for his hyper-aggressive playing style, Hansen was a fearless competitor who believed in pushing every edge. This approach made him one of the most exciting players to watch during the poker boom, but it also left him vulnerable to the game's unforgiving variance. Hansen's losses weren't just financial, they were legendary, becoming a cautionary tale for anyone who dares to take on the high-stakes world of online poker. Yet despite these setbacks, Hansen remains a revered figure in the poker world, admired for his willingness to take risks and play the game on his own terms. Few records are as synonymous with poker greatness as the most World Series of Poker bracelets won. This honor belongs to Phil Hellmuth, who has an astounding 17 bracelets to his name. From his first victory in 1989, when he defeated the legendary Johnny Chan to win the main event, to his latest bracelet decades later, Hellmuth's consistency is unmatched. His dominance spans multiple poker formats, including Hold'em, Stud, and Raz, showcasing his versatility and deep understanding of the game. Hellmuth's fiery personality and penchant for dramatic outbursts have made him one of the most polarizing figures in poker.
You have been more out of line to me than any other person. No, you've been more out of line to me than any other person has been out of line to me in a year and a half. You, man.
But his results speak for themselves. For many players, winning a single bracelet is the dream of a lifetime. For Hellmuth, it's a habit, and this record might just stand the test of time. Endurance in poker isn't just about long tournaments, it's about pushing the boundaries of human stamina. In 2023, Zach Gensler took this to the extreme, setting the record for the longest continuous cash game session at an incredible 124 hours. Over 5 days of non-stop poker. Imagine the focus, discipline, and sheer willpower it takes to stay sharp for that long. Gensler's feat wasn't just about playing cards, it was a test of mental and physical endurance, proving that poker is as much about resilience as it is about skill. While most of us would struggle to stay awake through a single night of poker, Gensler's marathon session has set a benchmark that few would dare to challenge. The debate over the most WSOP main event wins has an intriguing twist. Officially, Johnny Moss is credited with 3 victories, 1970, 1971, and 1974. However, Moss's first win in 1970 wasn't earned through gameplay. It was decided by a player vote, with Moss being crowned poker's first world champion by his peers. By contrast, Stu Ungar, who also holds 3 titles, 1980, 1981, and 1997, earned all his victories at the felt, cementing his status as one of the greatest players of all time. Ungar's incredible talent and fearless approach to the game made him a legend, and many argue that his achievements carry more weight than Moss's inaugural title. Regardless of the controversy, both players have left an indelible mark on poker history. The digital age brought its own milestones, like the largest online poker tournament ever held. In 2015, PokerStars set a Guinness World Record when 253,692 players entered a single event. The buy-in was just 1 cent, proving that poker's appeal extends far beyond high-stakes games. Coordinating an event of this magnitude was no small feat, and it highlighted the power of online platforms to bring players together from around the world. While this tournament didn't feature million-dollar prizes or legendary plays, its sheer size made it a landmark moment in poker's evolution. When it comes to lifetime earnings, Bryn Kenny reigns supreme. With career winnings exceeding $57 million, Kenny is the king of the all-time money list. His crowning achievement came at the 2019 Triton Million for Charity, where he secured a record-breaking $20.5 million payout, the largest in poker history. Kenny's ability to thrive in high-stakes environments and consistently deliver results sets him apart from his peers. His name has become synonymous with success at the highest levels of the game, and his dominance shows no signs of slowing down. Let's talk about the longest poker session on Twitch, a record that combines the worlds of poker and streaming. In 2021, Twitch streamer and poker pro Lucas Robinson made waves by playing poker for an astounding 1,000 hours over 100 days. That's an average of 10 hours per day, with a minimum of 7 hours streamed daily, all without a single day off. Robinson's dedication wasn't just about breaking records. He also turned a profit of nearly $24,000 during the challenge. His feat surpassed the previous record set by Ali Shaban, who completed the same challenge in 125 days. While this record isn't officially recognized by Guinness World Records, it remains an incredible achievement that showcases the blending of traditional poker with modern streaming culture. Finally, let's celebrate Liv Bory, one of the most inspiring figures in poker. In 2010, Bory made history by winning the EPT San Remo main event, earning a massive $1.25 million, the largest single tournament cashed by a female player.
It's a blank. Liv Bory has done it. Jakob Carlsen's the runner-up. Liv Bory is the champion of EPT San Remo. 1.25 million euros.
But Liv's impact goes beyond the felt. As a physicist and science communicator, she's shattered stereotypes and shown that poker isn't just a game of chance. It's a game of intellect, logic, and determination. Her legacy is a testament to the growing diversity in poker and the potential for the game to inspire people from all walks of life. Liv Bory's return to the poker felt was nothing short of extraordinary. After stepping away from the game to focus on her Win-Win podcast, she made a triumphant comeback in December 2024 at the WSOP Paradise event in the Bahamas. The $25,000 super main event was no ordinary tournament. It boasted a field of elite players, many of whom were at the peak of their game. Liv entered as an underdog, her first major event in years, But what followed was a story that cemented her legacy as one of poker's greatest. The atmosphere was tense as Liv reached the final table, starting in 4th place against some of the fiercest competitors the game had to offer. She played with precision, patience, and a deep understanding of the game that only comes from years of experience. Hand by hand, she held her ground, eventually securing a 4th place finish. Her reward? A staggering $2.8 million payday, setting a new record for the largest single tournament cash by a female poker player. For Liv, the moment was surreal. "That's a ton of money," she later joked, reflecting on her accomplishment. But beyond the prize, her performance shattered any doubts about her ability to compete at the highest level after a long hiatus. The win propelled her to 4th place on the women's all-time money list, surpassing Maria Ho, and reignited discussions about the impact of women in poker. Records are made to be broken, but rules, they're meant to be followed, or so you'd think. Some poker players have ignored that code, bending the game to their will with schemes that left the poker world in disbelief. If you think you've heard it all, wait until you hear about the cheating scandals that shook the game to its core. Click here to uncover the truth.